Uy, va, que me he equivocado de botón. Sí. Pues buenas tardes. Tú que te debo jugar, muévete. Qué bon. A ver ahora. Hello. Pero tanca la porta. ¿Lo pilla o no lo pilla? Ahora.
Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Corrine Tilly, an Oniromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Uy. Está la botella de agua helada de estar lo de la ventana.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot. I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letonov, the title of Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Que se ha quedado pillado aquí.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Aquí tengo un alijo. No, atrás.
Hmm. 10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, 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 no! That's exactly what we're looking for! It's his planner.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business seriously.
If you only knew. Gives it everything. Not seen him this obsessed ever. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honors, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught a swine to yodel, and I... another time.
Encendido. Que yo lo cojo como... Es como si... Mira, salitre. Y no salta la baranda.
A whole day
Lice
wasted.
eat you mangy dwarf.
Inventario. Rosa Baratre. Como una rosa avergonzada de su color carmesí, la justa rosa se hunde en la melancolía. Por el manejo de su enana, cambió sus clases de cortesía. Una villa encantadora rodeada por un jardín de Villa Aurea Mori. El encaje de seda... El encaje y la seda está acostumbrada, pero se lo olvida al ser por lujuria abrazada. Villa Aurea, villa al lado del depósito de cadáveres. Péspula. Aunque de apariencia tímida, nunca teme ningún lance. Y me desahogo cuando suelta, siempre lo he tenido tan grande. A la desembocadura de Pontar. Maravilla, aunque con las puertas cerradas sus gritos son divinos, sobre el escenario los ahogan los ronquidos. Los restos cerca de la plaza del pobre. El Hijal, una doble personalidad de lo más singular. Mírala a los ojos o te humillará. Una sastrería al otro lado de la curtiduría. Te vayas.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guahir. Well chosen, eh? Her dad's a Novgardian aristocrat with the Imperial Legation. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine. Whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Gustan las MILF. Le gustan las MILF. Le gustan las MILF.
If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. The bastard fled out the window.
Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah.
Pues sí.
Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives. Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
Sleep, sleep, sleep. That scoundrel paying cut purse instead of sticking to honest begging.
Shut your trap for crying out loud.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
Hostia, terrible.
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
The King of Beggars made a deal with Junior. This is his turf now.
Didn't hear nothing about that.
But you have heard what Bedlam does to people who cross him. Or you need a demonstration?
Come on, Fritz. Boss wants it that way. It's how it's got to be.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness, and you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you... Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Gerald, right?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
Explain something if you don't mind. You say I took Dandelion out whoring.
So he said. Claimed I was his one and only. But he fell in with the wrong folk. You and that dwarf who always looks like a cow licked him. Said you two were a bad example. Wine, women.
Song. He picked that habit up from us too? Gotta have a word with him. What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him
¿Qué le pasa en el brazo?
side, strolling with some trollop on his
Fallan las
arm.
texturas.
'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse.
Mira,
Then
me fallan las
this.
texturas en el
I
brazo.
beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern.
Mujer, que te falta
Maybe
carne en
I
los
got
brazos.
all in a huff for no reason.
Que se ve lo de atrás.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Quiere echarle un pinchito. Perro. Mira los enanos, todos cuadrados.
What a smack.
welcome. Do come in.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes? Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Se va a travestir. Se va a travestir. La
Any
madre que lo
better?
parió.
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
I know this is none of my business, but why do you...
Why do I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested. Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button rear fixed or a hole patched.
When'd you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, ooh, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid, sucks flaccid cock.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Pues ya que estás...
Greetings. Come to look over my spring collection, perhaps?
Sí, un vestidito como este, por favor.
Glad to take a glance at what you got.
Of course, please do. If anything chafes or pinches, I can alter it on the spot at no charge. Once I'm done, it'll feel like you're wearing nothing at all.
Cuestan un pavo.
So long.
Quita, coño.
Which of those swords is it you?
You a tower.
There you go, there you go.
No bread, no coin, all is shite.
Hey, there are mouse droppings in this bread. Droppings, my eye. Those are pleasing.
No los marranos. Uno encima de otro. Bueno, cruzándole por el medio. ¿Qué pasa, loca? Yo no he dicho nada.
Looking to make some coin too, eh?
Welcome. What can I get the honourable gentleman? New Poo Lanes, perchance? I've not got a true pair, but they'll be the same size.
Fine. Show me what you got.
So, what don't I got? Something for everyone. Seek and ye shall find. Cheap, too.
Thanks.
Come again. Cheap as it gets, right here.
También compra barato, hijo puta. Corre. Aquí hay un sastre. Es un barbero.
Looking for a barber? Well, you found one. Welcome. I'll plough and shave the gentleman's noggin for half price.
Give me a haircut. As long as your hands aren't too shaky. This is not what I wanted.
What do you mean, not what you wanted? Are you cut and quaffed? You are. And even can be, I'd say.
This is not the look I wanted.
And this is not the fate I wanted. I was to be an alderman in Mahakan. Instead, I shave and cut tramps and ragamuffins. Life deals what it deals. You shrug and you take it. Oh, welcome back to you. Satisfied customer always comes by again, hey?
Give me a haircut. As long as your hands aren't too shaky.
No me jodas que como GTA. Que le vuelvo a salir la barba. La madre que lo parió. Muy buenas, pío. ¿Qué tal todo? ¿Todo bien? Peinado samurai. Cansado. Cansado como todos los días, pero bueno.
So long.
So long. Sí, que cambio, tío, con el pelo corto. Uy. Bueno, eso sí, ¿ves? Aquí tienes toda la razón. Acartonado ya no lo tendrá.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Que no puedo esperar, coño.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion. I'm Geralt, and I'm...
Geralt? I know you. Fine. If you're eager to join in the lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher.
Vaya
Who will
hombre,
now tell us about
ya
his
nos ha tocado
trade.
pringar.
but...
Yeah, this is grand.
You shan't disappoint them, will you?
Y...
So, who would like to ask the first question?
Me. What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
How old are you again?
9. 8.
In that case, wait a few years and I'll tell you.
Children, what's the meaning of this? Next question.
Is it true witches kill kings?
¿Aún estás viciado al Eurotrack? Yo me tengo que registrar para lo de las empresas virtuales. Que hace tiempo que ya lo quería mirar antes y aún no lo he mirado.
A man cursed who's turned into a monster, a witcher might have to kill, even if he's a king.
So King Foltest was a monster.
Mañana por la tarde.
Someone's head.
Lo mismo dejo esto aparcado un rato y le doy al Eurotrack.
Enough. That is all for today. Gather your things and I shall see you in the morning. Bid farewell to Master Geralt.
It's great you came. I'd have rather had the Ratcatcher.
So please do tell me, why are you here?
Se me quería... me quería registrar para lo de las empresas virtuales porque con lo de la Navidad pues había transportes especiales con regalitos y luces y gilipolleces de esas.
Thanks. That was an ordeal. Think I'd rather face a swarm of neckers than a class of 10-year-olds.
The Ratcatcher had no objections.
Oh yeah? How's he feeling?
He's dead. Bubonic plague, it seems. I didn't want to upset the children. But you wish to speak of Dandelion?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do
Yo lo
that.
que quería probar,
Mold.
porque como
That was
estaba, ya
his
te digo,
interest.
estaba en los eventos estos de Navidad.
When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died.
Si terminan a las 12 de la noche aún podré hacer alguna carga. Pero si
See
termina a las 12 del
Dandelion
mediodía,
after
va a ser que
this
no.
incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance.
Ah, pues
His heart
entonces no.
of gold is
O ya
pure
no.
gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
A las 00:00.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated
Joder,
me.
no me
I've
da
always
tiempo.
longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercise, it's true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
Pues a las 00:59.
Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Qué cara de putón verbenero. Sí, pues te robo. Pues me lo quería descargar. Quería registrarme. Porque el compañero con el que también juego bastante me lo dijo. Hombre, regístrate, que harás portes especiales, no sé qué. Entonces mierda. Para tener un calcetín colgado. Madre mía. Si me parece que el porte con más pasta que he hecho ha sido 22.000 euros. Niño, se llama pulpo. Ah, no, pupilo. Hostia, ¿cómo coño lo he leído yo? Joder. Pues sí, sí que sale a cuenta, sí. A ver, ¿nos aclaramos o qué?
It just rains and rains.
¿Esto no se puede abrir? ¿Qué mierda?
Great.
Uy, va. ¡Quita, coño! A cuenta sale, la verdad.
An illusion. Just wonderful.
Adiós. Uy.
Just wonderful.
Corre, Gerald. Adiós. Si es que no. Tranquilo, pío. Nos vemos cuando vuelvas. Sí, sí, sí que ha corrido, sí. Pa el borde, pa el precipicio. Toma por culo. Poco me veo, pues ni idea.
do you want?
Rosavar Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits. I hope you realise what you've got yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy. Grab a wooden one. Take. Follow me.
Me roba una espada sin que se dieran cuenta.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Drat it! You're quick! Oh, damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Guards aren't up to muster. Let me right in. Just had to tell them I was here to teach you swordplay.
I told Father they're a band of imbeciles. But if you're not the instructor, then who exactly are you? Have you come to rob? Kill? Speak!
Neither. So what do you say we stay calm? Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Tío, encima que te doy un consejo.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Come on, come closer.
If you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
¿Qué clase de...?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Que soy gemelas.
Sorry, you lost me.
You're not the first to be confused. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
What are two young Nilfgaardian aristocrats doing in Novigrad?
Dying of boredom. Papa's a diplomat. He also has many business dealings in Novigrad. He's a member of the Trade Corporation. Takes us along everywhere he goes, and must then find us new tutors in each spot. And so in Novigrad, the task fell to the poet Dandelion, Rosa's betrothed. Edna!
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Changing subjects. Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trebaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
¿No puedo robar una armadura de estas? Molaría.
days. Hair-brained, all of them.
Ooh. What? Se ha ido la pinza momentáneamente. Quita, coño.
This Baronet's Lavalettes villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa Lavalette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You'd be long dead if that were so. It seems, then, that you share some interests. But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Será un placer. Venga, va.
Well, if Molly will be there.
On our way, then.
Mira Sardinilla, ¿dónde he dejado la cabeza del grifo?
We've arrived.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Know anything about the chestnut or the bay?
The chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Britannian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control. And the bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Venga, va, con Doco.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Radovid's encamped nearby. Redanian chestnut might want to impress its king.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Riders, ready!
Faster.
Let's see what you're made of.
Giddy up.
Hey-ya!
Don't spare the horse! Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of! Don't spare the horse!
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
No me
For
de,
one
no
for
me
whom
de.
every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Mira, ya tenemos silla.
Sick of it all.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again!
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't... Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
¿Tiene una hermana?
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Qué inocente que era chiquilla.
Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages, any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl, possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer. Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Well, another freak.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go. And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Sí, ya. Bienvenido, Pío. Bienvenido de vuelta. Oh, Dios. Parkour.
What's he doing here?
Got the courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant, a freak, a useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
Era una torta.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Brooksay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth, but holler at him and his tail slinks between his legs. Come on, people.
Y ya estaría. Ya hemos cerrado la boca. Toma por culo.
Ah!
What
Oh.
village are you from? Willows. Since in the area to Willows Road for the Zima. God arrived here.
A whole day wasted. Miss your Sultan, you old bun. What's this? Haven't even. Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She want to start talking any day now.
Una lechuza, no un loro.
Venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well. Mark my words, she'll be playing quint with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, not much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. Not seen hiding or hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines. Dubious worth.
Think I might have something better.
What are you waiting for? Let's have at it.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Why wasn't she on the list?
This Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after
Estaban
every
chochaos.
other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Pues si es de noche.
Drink for it's nearly night.
What will the morrow bring?
Long as the black ones are chasing gorillas round the Kedwin.
Look awfully suspicious to me, tramp. You look familiar.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee.
No, tranquilo.
My dream come.
Si la tengo permitida, que eso es lo mejor. Tengo la palabra permitida, pero no sé por qué no la pilla.
Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes.
Yo la tengo en Spotify. La busqué, me salió y la tengo.
The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy.
¡Hey!
Of violet eyes,
Bienvenido.
glistening as
Pulse LCK y Dross Funky.
I know
Bienvenidos a esta pequeña comunidad. Espero que os guste a lo que estamos echando la partidita. Bienvenidos y gracias por el follow.
love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began. Did it forge a love you might never have found?
Buenas, buenas. ¿Qué tal todo?
My dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes, glistening as you weep.
Es que vale la pena escuchar más el juego que mi voz. Bravo. 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 Sí. No pasa nada, tranquilo. Sí que es la primera vez que lo juego. Lo compré hace ya mucho tiempo. Y con el otro PC no lo pude jugar. Con este que puedo, pues aprovecho.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
La verdad es que me está encantando. Es un juego que me está encantando. Gráficamente, la historia es impresionante. Es un juego que está muy currado.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save you say. He murdered folk.
Honestly, I don't
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music.
Si ves, eso sí, pío. Toda la razón. A gustos colores.
The fuck it is.
Permits me to introduce
Lo que hablábamos ayer.
this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
Yo poca paciencia tengo.
Dandelions told me a great deal about
Si le bajé la dificultad porque me encallé intentando matar a un golem
Don't be surprised.
y lo mandé a tomar por culo, digo, voy a bajar la dificultad porque si no, no voy a terminar nunca.
Which is love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
No, a mí este tipo de juegos me gusta, la verdad.
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told
Pues
me
el
to
Dark Souls
find
no
the
sé que no lo he
host,
probado.
Siggy Reuben's vault.
No es un juego que me llame tampoco.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven. What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime.
Yo es un juego que no, ya te digo, no lo he probado.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wine at the Passaflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping
No, yo verlo jugar también.
Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
Pero probarlo no. No es un juego que me llame.
No.
No sé si decirte que me llama más el Skyrim que el Dark Souls.
Her name he failed to mention.
Que el Skyrim es la
As he
polla.
failed
Con
to
los
mention a
mods
slender
es la
waist
polla.
and ample bosom.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Horson Jr.'s lair. Then Horson's men chased him all over town.
Horson Jr.
Pero diferentes del todo. Son mundos diferentes del todo.
Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuben,
Son diferentes.
Carlo the Cleaver
El
Varese,
tipo de historia
and
es
the
que es
King of
diferente
Beggars.
totalmente.
The rascal. At least they didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
¿Ves? Yo más tarde. Porque el primer PC que tuvimos en casa no lo tuvimos hasta más tarde. Hombre, solo decirte que el primer PC que tuve yo en casa era un Pentium 4 con 512 gigas de... Ay, gigas. Madre mía, ojalá. 512 megas de RAM y una gráfica de 128 megas.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Horson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Horson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. The Dandelion's not.
Sí, pues más o menos.
Hurry up. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well,
Yo
bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary.
lo compramos... Hostia, pues no me acuerdo. Sí, por allá... Por allá el 2000, 2000 y algo. 2000, 2001. Porque me lo pedían... Me lo pedían ya para el instituto. Para hacer trabajos. Hombre, pues sí, la verdad. De lo que eran los juegos antes a lo que son ahora, mira, se ha cambiado la cosa. Antes que eran todo píxeles, todo cuadraditos. Ahora que es gráficamente casi... No, yo tampoco. Pero es lo que te digo, ahora que casi los juegos parecen ya la vida real.
Anybody there? Open up.
Sí, eso sí. Eso no te lo discutiré en ningún momento. Ahora se concentran más en el modo multijugador. Porque sí.
Busy with what?
Antes
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door.
no, ahora no es gráfica. Ahora más que nada es multijugador, multijugador, multijugador. Poder jugar con otros y si te gusta el juego bien y si no vas a jugar igual porque es multijugador. Yo me acuerdo que antes cuando te comprabas... Mira, claro ejemplo. El Call of Duty, como dices tú. Antes te metías, jugabas al Call of Duty, te metías en la historia, te pasabas la campaña, pero tú estabas dentro de la historia. Te metías tú en la piel del personaje.
Splendid. Siggy Reuven awaits in the next room.
Hey, Whitehead. Nice bum you have.
Hostia, tendré puesto lo más 18, tío, en Twitch. No, no creas, el Battlefield por historia, por campaña también es muy bueno, También tiene lo suyo. Yo el último COD que terminé campaña y me gustó un montón fue el Warfare 3. Luego ya sacaron que si Call of Duty Ghost, que si el Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, el Warfare no sé qué más. No sé, gilipolleces, pero ya no son lo que eran antes.
Why the fuck you let him in here? Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
Sí, porque era lo que a la gente le interesaba. La gente pedía multiplayer, mapas grandes, mucha gente...
None of your business.
Your friend got a death wish. No, just short on manners. Witches aren't exactly the sophisticated urban types.
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Plowing fortune teller?
Assassins!
Pues sí, lo que hacen hoy en día, la verdad.
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
Eso es como la moda esta del Fornite de ahora. Mira que es un juego que no me ha gustado nunca. Sí, la verdad. Pasó a ser así a partir del Warfare. Tienes toda la razón. Quémate, coño. Para todo lo demás, más cercano.
Good work, gents. Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed.
Yo te lo digo, lo probé, el Fornite, lo probé. Me quedé en posición 40, o sea, lo instalé, jugué, quedé en posición 40, me mataron, lo cerré, lo desinstalé. Y en cambio tengo el PUBG, que le debió echar unas 150 horas.
Let's give him a chance to explain.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing happens not here.
Pues no, eso de construir paredes. Hostia. Eso de construir paredes para protegerte y armas de plástico, ¿qué quieres que te diga? ¿Ves? El PUBG te da esa opción. Eso es como el Battlefield. El Battlefield 5, que también lo tengo. Tiene sacaron más tarde el Battle Royale. Hostia, no me acuerdo cómo se dice. Pero eso en primera persona. Te encuentras las armas por el suelo, tienes que buscarte la vida. Es un juego de mucho escucha. Otro de los juegos de este estilo que también me gustó mucho es el Rainbow Six Siege.
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Horson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Horson's out to get us, and he'll succeed eventually.
Pues sí. Ha colado, y más que nada por los niños. Por los niños, porque los niños a partir de los 10-12 años ya se meten. El Apex está hecho a partir del Titanfall. Que el Titanfall es futurista todo lo que quieras. Tiene un modo historia que es la hostia. Pero a partir de ahí pues sacaron el Apex. No, más. Más. Como un 60%, entre 14 y 17.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk in private. Right mess that was.
Ni benévolo ni hostia. 40% no. Entre 50 y el 60%. Y el 70 y todo. Entre 14 y 17.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Pocos.
I had my reasons. Your leg would be fine if you hadn't gotten in my way.
I see. Well, I promise you that if I could go back in time, I'd do things quite differently on Thanet. For example, I'd have my men kill you instead of
Ninguno
just
de
tying
ellos, es
you
que
up.
ninguno de ellos se lo pasaría.
No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Horson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste? Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again.
Pues sí.
War doesn't solve any
La verdad, porque el juego que te compras hoy en día, un modo campaña, te lo da todo hecho. Te lo da todo hecho.
Make no mistake, someone's behind.
Este, por ejemplo, sí, te guía por el mapa, te pone el GPS este que... En el minimapa, todo lo que quieras, pero coño, es un juego largo, un juego con muchas horas de dedicación, un juego que le puedes tirar muchas horas, porque aparte de la historia principal... Muy buenas, Chechi, ¿qué tal todo?
We just need to stay out of each other's ways.
Pues sí, es otra de esto. La Noa y el GTA. ¿Qué tal todo, chechis? ¿Cómo andamos? Mira, te lo juro por lo que más quiero, que ayer dije, a ver si el chechis está conectado, hace stream esta noche, me paso más que sea a saludarlo. Pero estaba tan cansado que ya no me metí ni a Twitch. Apagué el PC y me acosté. Sí, pío, es lo que decimos. Pero te ponen facilidades para que te termines el juego sí o sí. Hoy en día lo que interesa solo es el multijugador. Ni historia ni hostias.
Suppose you could always search Horson's house, though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Pues sí.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the pits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Mentioned Horson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on.
No, ahora esta semana llevo toda la semana abriendo. De momento llevo todos los días abriendo. A no ser que me salga algo.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers.
Pues depende de la hora, tío, porque quieras o no, si me levanto todos los días a las 5:30, a las 8:30 pago directo, porque estoy que no puedo con el alma.
See if I can't find Horson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Horson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
Mira, chechis, este es otro juego recomendado que podrías jugar.
Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Pues mira, lo que te estaba diciendo. Yo los primeros los jugué también. Y esta es la hostia. Esta es la hostia en vinagre. Es la puta polla de juego. Debo llevar jugándolo, pues, no sé, una media de 2 horas diarias desde hace unas 12-13 horas llevo de juego. 12-13 horas de juego y lo que queda, porque aparte tengo los DLCs, misiones secundarias a patadas.
You wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with Dandelion, would you?
Of course I do.
You serious?
Dead serious.
Oh, barato sí. Barato hasta ahora, no cuando lo compré yo. Que me costó 60 euros con los DLCs. O sea, imagínate si hace tiempo que lo tengo.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. Got me own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion. Establish.
No, por eso te digo. Ya lleva. No, el sistema de farmeo está muy bien. Lo único que se te llena el inventario de gilipolleces. Y la mitad de cosas ni las usas. A no ser que te lo pidan en una misión en concreta. Ahora te enseñaré el inventario. Aquí ni Chet Engine ni hostias. Aquí el dinero que consigues. Y te puedes dar con un canto en los dientes. Y si no tienes dinero, tienes dos soluciones. O te vas a recoger cosas por el monte y venderlas, o no te compras nada. Mira tú. Una puerta en la columna.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Adiós.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
You in contact with Radovid?
Ah, no los has empezado aún, los DLCs.
See, you're as witty as ever.
Me pensaba que ya
No,
los
I'm
habrías
not in
empezado.
contact with him. I prefer it remained that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive.
No, ahí hace...
Not anyone, and especially not
No sé qué, hacer un par de meses más o menos, ¿no?
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Ah, te lo digo. Tú me sigues desde el 28 de octubre.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Sí.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins.
Casi 3 meses para un juego, chaval.
From master spy to master criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar.
Pero porque también te lo has tomado con tranquilidad. Ha sido buscar las cosas, ha sido hacer las misiones secundarias. Yo no, yo fui a piño fijo a hacer la historia principal. Que me queda pendiente.
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself, and thus far it's been going rather well.
Oh, sí, ya lo vi. El último día que me pasé por tu stream, que estabas haciendo secundarias, que te dije, tendrías que hacer esto. No, que a mí si me viene de paso esto, no sé qué. Qué tío.
Oh, Bart, not again.
Bart.
Bart, stop that, now.
Bart, man. Bart makes Ziggy lose its orphan.
Beating your head against the wall won't change that.
Bart,
Claro, y allí en aquel momento me lo dijiste, que tú eres una persona que hacías las misiones conforme te la ibas encontrando. O sea, cogías una misión si tenías que pasar por encima de otra.
Where'd you get the troll?
From Zerikania. Won him. Card game with a camel merchant.
Your jokes are getting better by the minute.
See me smiling? I'm dead serious.
But I bumpy horses. Hot there. Siggy Bart take. Good Siggy.
Pues es lo que haría yo. Yo me iría, haría la misión, volvería para atrás, cogería otra, me iría a volver a hacer la misión. Porque soy así de testarudo también.
But God, then boom! Chorfun go!
Translating into common, someone fucking made off with nearly 20 tons of my gold and all the lighter stuff, and you will help me get it back.
Why don't you handle this? Gotta have connections in the underworld. What do you need a witcher for?
The gold wasn't mine alone. See, I run a members-only savings club, a bank for the initiated. For reasons that should be obvious,
I prefer it if my temporary liquidity problems remained private. So I need an outsider.
How do you know you can trust me?
I don't. Counting on your
Falta
survival
le falta chicha al juego.
slip up, and I'll
Que es lo que hacen luego metiéndole los DLCs.
Bad sorry. Bad job that good.
Lo que te digo, por eso le meten los DLCs, porque como le falta un poquillo de chicha, le falta un poquillo de vida.
bursting with enthusiasm.
Witcher mutations. They strip us of emotion. I'd be jumping for joy otherwise.
Que lo mismo no te llevan a ningún lado los
Ought
DLCs.
to look around. But first, some questions.
Que el DLC en total es un sacacuartos.
Anyone see what happened?
Other than Bart? No. And the vault's location is known only to the treasure's co-owners. Well, and the thieves.
What about upstairs? Anything unusual happen in the bathhouse the day of the break-in?
No. Happen swears it was calm as ever. The usual customers, no incidents. Bloody bucolic.
How much was it all worth? Got an approximate idea?
Why the fuck do you care? Figuring your finder's fee. Don't get your hopes up.
Know you too well for that. Just prefer to know what I'm looking for.
3 crates of Nilfgaardian florins, a chest of emeralds, rubies and topazes, silver candlesticks and platters.
Esto es como el juego este, el de Witcher.
Shiny, careful. Oh, God.
Pues sí, como lo están haciendo con todos los juegos hoy en día. Que a veces los DLCs solo son cosas estéticas. Son cosas estéticas. Y te hacen una pequeña ampliación de una misión. No sirve para nada más. Y estás pagando 20 pavos para media hora, una hora, hora y media de ampliación del juego. No mucho más.
But look, no. Only sleep. Bad shrooms. Head falls.
Boom. Can you elaborate?
Boom. Big. This-like.
I'll elaborate. Explosion, big enough to blow that fucking hole in the wall, separating the vault from the sewers.
Gotten pretty good at communicating with this troll.
Lots of prior experience.
Eso es como el juego este. Este juego cuando salió, el juego base eran 60 euros. Con los DLCs, pues fueron sacando los DLCs, cada DLC 25 pavos. Yo cuando lo compré porque estaba de oferta eran 60 euros el juego base con los 2 DLCs. Digo, pues bueno, pues ya que estoy me los gasto, que total. Ah, lo he empezado. Por lo que he estado leyendo, los DLCs son una buena ampliación. Llevan otro tipo de historia, otro tipo de misiones. Pues bueno, pues lo probaremos cuando termine la historia principal.
Bart, you see them?
But through hole. Want see boom. Got what? Breathe. Shroom. Sleep go. Your phone gone.
Pues será una buena compra, ¿eh? Y más que me parece que en Steam, por ejemplo, estaba a 15 euros estas navidades. Con los DLCs, la versión GOTY, vaya.
Try to track down the thief yourself?
Of course. I had this lummox Fonce, thick enough not to ask questions. We knocked back some Pop's antidote and entered the sewers. Soon after, I returned alone.
What happened?
Lad started belching.
Eso es como los juegos van a sacar este año. Que si el Dragon Ball, que si el Cyberpunk. Te los compras de aquí 4 o 5 años. Y de 70 que te cuestan ahora.
Up came most of the antidote. Lost his protection. Tried to pull him out. Then I heard a bubbling.
De 60 70 que te cuestan ahora, de aquí 4 o 5 años,
I value the lives of my
te van a
men,
costar,
but I
no
value
sé,
my own even
15
more.
20 euros,
Drop
como mucho,
fonts and run
o
like
menos.
hell.
Mind describing this something that crawled out of the water?
No. Doesn't mean I can, though. Air in the sewer's thick with spores. Can hardly see a thing down there.
Must have noticed something. Was it...
No! Didn't notice a fucking thing. Didn't do a taxonomic field analysis either. I know it's an inconvenience to you, but I felt I should get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
¿Por qué se corta, tío? Pues siendo... A ver, espera. Espera, porque tengo palabras permitidas, pero el automod... El automod hace lo que le sale de los huevos.
Should look around the sewers.
Sí, yo por ejemplo el único juego que me compré ya el mismo día que salió fue este año pasado, fue el Star Wars, que no me arrepiento de haberlo comprado, porque es un juego que le he echado unas 30 horas de campaña y me quedan misiones secundarias por hacer y un montón de cosas por buscar. Pero estoy esperando porque... Porque a la larga me gustaría cambiarme la tarjeta gráfica, porque con esta ya se empieza a buguear un poco el juego que él.
Pipe's great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. Pipe's great.
Joder.
Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. Shouldn't go any further without taking that end of the pipe clear over here. Must have been one powerful blast.
Y ya te digo, es un juego que no me arrepiento de habérmelo comprado. El Streamlabs OBS. Es un juego que ya te lo da todo hecho. Un momentito que estoy contestando al WhatsApp. No sé, el Twitch Studio a mí lo quería probar porque me dieron acceso a la beta, pero no lo probé al final. Pruébalo y ya miras a ver qué tal. No, el Streamlabs es lo único que es lo que te digo, que te lo da todo mascado. Aquí.
Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall too. Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current
No,
swept
no lo
away.
tengo configurado. Tengo configurado el automod, que es el que te viene por defecto en Twitch. Y me parece que configuré... vinculé el Nightbot y vinculé... No me acuerdo qué más. El Stream Elements. $50 y esto me daba 35. Vinculé el Stream Elements y no sé qué más. Pero no los terminé de configurar, la verdad. No los terminé de configurar porque me ponía nervioso.
Getting harder to breathe. I thought Witcher's potions were vile. Drowners.
Arderás en el caldero de Satán. Luego aquí hay algo que examinar.
Definitely came through here.
Que quería configurarlo, que se lo dije al Cabe. Al chico que a veces está por aquí. Que aquel más o menos configuró un par de programas así. Tipo el Nightbot y cosas de estas con comandos. Porque yo me pongo histérico, yo me pongo negro.
Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had it too. Couldn't keep it down any more than the other guys. Need to burn the corpses. Otherwise, drowners will never stop congregating.
Hostia. Tú. Y al Cabe se lo comenté y me dijo, pues sí, algún día lo miraremos, pero... No, ni él ni yo hemos pensado más ya. Y ahora que me lo has recordado tú, pues se lo comentaré otra vez. Y si eso, mira, el Cabe también te puede ayudar, que por él no hay problema. Y una vez lo sepa configurar, siempre te puedo echar una mano. Adiós, todas las cosas que me he tomado. He bebido lo menos 40 botellas de agua. Que a ver, que complicado no tiene que ser. Adiós. Sí, pero es que Twitch es lo que te digo. Twitch ya tiene el automod, que viene a ser como un Nightbot, que le puedes meter comandos, le puedes decir tú lo que... Le puedes pedir tú que haga, por ejemplo, en mi stream si pones exclamación uptime, te va a decir el tiempo que llevo en stream. Y hay más de estos, pero no me acuerdo. Joder, otra vez, tío.
Hey Bart, got him. I'm me.
You me?
One more time.
Siggy, you.
Sí, porque también lo configuré el Stream Elements también.
Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall 2. Pipes grate. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion.
Y el Nightbot no me acuerdo qué comandos le puse.
No traces of magic. This was no spell. Shouldn't go any further without taking that antidote. Why am I not finding pieces of it? Getting harder to read. I thought Witcher's potions were vile. Drowners.
A ver, tú va, ven. Hombre, el Stream Elements también va muy bien para estas cosas.
Fine grading. Couldn't push much through that. Fine grading. Couldn't push much through that. Definitely came through here.
Oh, anillo. Antes no lo he visto este anillo. Y aquí está la perla.
Trinket.
¡Qué coño!
The thug Dijkstra hired. Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be in the Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Stop congregating.
Aniquilaos. Ah, mira, aquí en el suelo.
Bottom of a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra.
Ni tirándole granadas, ni pollas sin vinagre. ¿Esta puerta se abría? Sí.
Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Botas de asesino. Le puedo equipar una runa. Pues no, estas no eran. Esto tengo que desmontarlo. ¿Ves lo que te he dicho? Hay muchas cosas inútiles. Con que llenarte los bolsillos. Y la mitad ni las usas. Espera, que todo esto me parece que se podía saquear. Sí, eso sí. Eso es como lo que decía ayer. Yo no estoy robando. Estoy tomando prestado. Tenía una lámpara que me dijeron que si la ponía de cara a los muertos. Pues no, debe ser en la otra misión. Vale, Chechis, tío. Gracias por pasarte. Y a ver si te pillo yo también un día en stream y me paso por ahí. Y ya te confirmo a ver si hemos configurado el bot de una vez por todas. Pero gracias, tío. Gracias por pasarte. Siempre serás bienvenido.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Cuídate tú también, tío. Gracias. Gracias por pasarte.
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Found a second corpse. One of the thieves. Threw up the antidote just like your man Fonz.
A beautiful death. Anything on the body?
Not much. Empty vial.
Wouldn't have left him behind if he was anybody. Common porter, must be. Knew nothing, means nothing. Dead end. Literally.
Bits of treasure dropped out of the crates. Left a clear trail. You know, like the fairy tale, with the crumbs.
I know the one. Hansel, Gretel, burning witches. Very fitting for Novigrad.
Trail leads to the river where the sewer lets out. Breaks off there. My bet, they loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Yeah. A cart drawn by sewer rats does seem unlikely. And since boats don't leave trails, it amounts to fuck all.
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
What? Lo ha dejado acostado y ahora se queda levantado.
Cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause an explosion.
Son químicos y todo.
You were versed in alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography. Know anything else about this bomb? Anything at all?
Bomb went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Appen keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be acknowledged.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in me knickers.
Qué bueno.
Alright. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
Nothing here. Something floating on the surface. Oil, looks like.
Tío, pero sube, ¿eh?
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Time's on my way.
Got things to do myself. So long.
So long. What? Se ponen a hablar en medio de la piscina, tío. ¿Qué se me escapa? Ah, esto.
Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Happen. Drain pool 4, and bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
By the way, access to the bathhouse whenever he wants?
Happen has numerous flaws. He's pompous, pretentious, can be a real prick sometimes, ironic as that may sound. But his loyalty is beyond question.
How can you be so sure?
Witches know their monsters, spies know their men.
You trusted Philippa Eilhart once too.
True. But I didn't pull Philippa Eilhart out of a Kaviri prison the night before her execution.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertold Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Impossible. Why?
Why?
Old Coot's been eating dirt since last winter. Couldn't have been here the day of the break-in.
He's dead? I'd not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie, so the family held a hush-hush funeral. But I have my sources.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuven. I'm certain of it.
Did you speak to him? Get a good look at him?
No. He merely passed by on the way in.
So you didn't see Henkel. You saw an impersonator. Think for once. They scooped out your balls, not your brain. And you, Geralt, start looking into this.
Gotta ask me nicely. I'm not one of your delivery boys.
Pardon my tone. I've grown accustomed to ordering folk around and barking as I do it.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, off with you!
Aquí dando órdenes ni que fuese yo su chacha. Oh, chacha. Me has dejado con tu chacha. Que va a estar lloviendo, tío.
Any last words?
Uy, va, que me han visto robar. Corre.
What a dump. Looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends.
Tío, pero dejadme, cabrones. Es verdad, tú que no podías robar delante de ellos. Yo no me acordaba. No sé por qué se me buguea el ratón.
A wee minute, Witcher. Now, I'm curious something mighty. How is it you were off the same bloody night Whoreson tried to kill me?
'Twas chance, honest. I was at the brothel. I've witnesses.
I don't doubt you found some witnesses, but I do doubt the bit about chance. Know what? Shite conversation this. So much blethering. We've
A
got
que le dan los
nowhere.
juegos.
Lad, you have a chat with him. It's simple. I want to know where Whoreson is.
I've not betrayed you. Not ever. No! No! I know nothing!
Help me find Junior?
I'm about to send my lads around Whoreson's hideouts. Won't say no to a witch's blade. Lead my men, take the Water Junior and drag him out of his hidey hole. Win-win situation as I see it.
Whoreson can't die until I've talked to him.
My lads are hot-headed and I like 'em like that. Want to rein them in, do so on your own.
Not interested in your squabbles.
Figure out what you want, come and see me.
Shit.
Oh, chacha. Yo quiero entrar en esa casa.
Ah,
Damn mages.
Y ya estaría.
Footprints.
What? ¿Por qué te subes aquí, tío?
Silver cylinder. Bottom looks like what I found in the sewer.
Vamos a darle luz a la casa. Te lo juro que me pensaba que eran pinchos, tío.
A letter. And a bottle. The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it. Your birth year. Could be dandelions or Ceres. .45 to 12:54. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think. Secret room. Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist. Siri, Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion. You must flee. Footsteps. Not good. Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Potassium. Looks like they made the bomb here. Instructions on how to build a bomb, signed by one Kalkstain. Stain. Wyvern oil.
Me encanta porque se queda pillado.
decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Hang on. Gotta tell me why you're here first. We agreed. If I learned anything, I'd take it to you.
So we did. But I was concerned about you. Stopped by to see if everything was all right.
Bullshit. You don't trust me.
I trust you as much as you trust me. Not at all. Believe me, it's a healthy relationship.
Gentlemen, really feel privileged to witness your battle of wits. But try to remember, unlike you, I put my life at risk every time I venture out into the streets. Did the same just coming here. So I beg you, can we get to the point?
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
'Cause I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
What I've learned doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yet you agreed to help me.
I am. Doesn't mean I have to confess everything.
I'll let your insolence fly this time, but only because His Honor the Margrave might indeed have something to do with the theft. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately, though to my knowledge he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit, ask where he's holding my gold for me.
So we do your dirty work while you sit around twiddling your thumbs.
Darling, when I'm able to make use of someone, I always do. It's convenient.
And safe. Come on, admit you're scared of Menge.
Of course I'm scared. Bloody dangerous horse, son. Triss would concur, I think.
Not in those words. But I do agree with the statement overall.
Doubt Menge will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going. Good luck.
Thought you'd correct him. Say that we... you know...
Dijkstra doesn't need to know about my love life.
Wise. I'd never choose his shoulder to cry on either. But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Menge's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen. Meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's Barracks together.
All right. See you then. And thanks.
Boars. Boars everywhere.
Your blades. Why not at your waist like every... A witcher? Oh, Hear about the notice, perchance?
Not quite, but what's it about? I hear right you're going on some voyage, need a companion.
Not just some voyage. Cross the sea. Mark this. When I got pressed into the infantry in 1242, I promised my beloved Let I'd return alive, whole, and with a pearl from Skellige. Not just any pearl either. A black one. The rarest and most precious.
Well, well. Ambitious.
Perhaps. But they were empty words. I came from the war. That one and the next. But I never fulfilled my promise. High time to change that. For if not now, then when? Thing is, I've grown old in the meantime, as you see. Can't manage it alone. Need a strong shoulder to lean on. And a witcher's shoulders as strong as they come. So, what do you say?
¿Qué saco a cambio?
Sorry, got other things to worry about.
Rains. It pours. Hmm?
Come closer.
It's a waste of words.
Ah, Meretrix.
Degeneracy. The downfall of civilization. Moral decay.
Como un deseo infantil buscando una pensión para comernos a besos.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Triss, think about it. Really want to walk into the lion's den of your own free will, and in chains?
Yes.
No, can't allow it.
Nice of you to worry, but I've made my decision, and I won't change it.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Menga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the Lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Wait. I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No. Not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not...
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
True, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though. It's just not the most important thing now.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
No hay más lo que se viene.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do. no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat, but the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Hands off.
What did you say?
Yeah, I sensed it. Knew we couldn't trust him. Witcher, witch, one and the same.
So they can burn at one and the same stick?
That silver.
Eternal fire will turn you to ash.
Ay. Toma por culo,
I
Merge.
think that's all of them. That was close. I must say, trickery and deceit, not your strong suits.
True. I prefer straightforward solutions.
Yeah. Fight first, ask questions later. We should search the office. Maybe we can find some documents mentioning Dandelion. I'll search his body, you search the room. I'd start with the desk.
Hostia, que tengo 3 puntos de habilidades. Instrucciones relativas a la recepción de la ejecución siguiente. Cuando pueda ordenar tipo en tu libro se verán en la caja del depósito.
Find anything?
Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait, something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here, give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
Key to a vault? No address? Why do I doubt this'll make Dijkstra smile?
Well, might keep him from setting his thugs on us. Breaking our legs for failing to fulfill our part of the bargain.
Meaning glass is half full?
Of something strong, I hope.
I found a letter to Menge from someone important. A spy, I think.
A spy?
Take a look.
Drop boxes, secret signals. Yeah, strong stench of spycraft here. This agent could know more about Dandelion.
Bet he does. Letter explains how to signal for a meeting. No mention of where it would take place.
Maybe Dijkstra can help. He knows everything.
Everything? Slight exaggeration there.
I'm not so sure.
All right. Nothing left for us here. Let's go.
Be glad to. Just not by way of the main gate.
Primero tengo que coger todo lo que se ha quedado por aquí. Oh, Dios. Oh.
This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam. Listen, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. But not here, and definitely not now. Come by later when you have a moment? I'd appreciate it. All right. We need to get out of here.
Me va a tocar reparar la ropa. What? ¡Voy! Pues nada. Dejaremos el stream por aquí porque ya me están llamando. Espero que haya sido una tarde entretenida. Gracias, Pío, por pasarte. Gracias, Chechi, tío. Un placer volver a hablar contigo, que hacía un montón de tiempo que no hablábamos. Debíamos llevar como unos 15 o 20 días. Sobre todo gracias también a Busic y a Dross Funky por su follow. Bienvenidos a la familia. Y nada, nos vemos mañana. Y recordad, subiré los directos, los resubo en YouTube. El canal está en la descripción del canal. Y nos vemos mañana. Así que, chao.
Thank you.